Hey guys, Radical Reggie back at you with my buddy Joel from Media Glitch. How are you doing, man?
Hey Reggie, thanks for having me on again.
Of course, man. So we're doing Before They're Gone Part 3, and this is a series of videos I started doing because GameStop is starting to phase out the 7th generation of video games. And if you could find some of these games there at their stores that we're about to show you, they're pretty much on the cheap with GameStop having their sales like buy four for $10, buy four for $20, things like that. So a lot of cool deals you could find before these games are gone from their physical stores. So Joel, I'm going to have you start off with your game first. What game do you have to show us from the 7th gen?
Well, my first one, and this is probably my favorite one that I'm going to show today, and that is Shadow of the Damned. This game is amazing. It's a Pseudo 51 game, and it's beautiful. I'll tell you what, it's not for kids at all. This thing is
definitely not
is evil. Like when you open it, you just feel the demonic forces coming out of it. It's pure awesomeness, man. I mean, it is such a great story. So well done. Man, you gotta pick this up before it's too late. If you can find it at your GameStop, do it right now.
Definitely. And which version do you have? The PS3 or 360 one?
Oh, yeah, this is PS3. Always. I don't even have one 360 game, Reggie.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I just want to let people know about what I've heard about this game is the 360 version is a bit superior. So if you have the choice, it's up to you which one you would get. Even if I knew the PS3 version was inferior, I would still get that one because PS3 all the way. But anyways, my first game I'm going to show here is probably, I'll say this, it's definitely my favorite Prince of Persia game of all time, and that is Prince of Persia.
Nice.
This version of Prince of Persia is the free roam version that you have a partner in the game, the princess, and you're trying to set the balance right again in the game. I can't remember the whole story with it because it's been years since I played it, but it's an amazing adventure, and it's actually voiced. Joel, what's that guy's name that does Nathan Drake, man? I keep forgetting his name. He's like all over the place.
Is that North? Nathan North?
Yeah, North. Yes, North. Nolan North.
Nolan
I think,
North,
right?
yeah,
okay.
One of those. Oh, Nathan
Nolan.
Drake. No, yeah.
So they got him to do the voice for the game, which I thought was really weird. I thought they would have went with like with another language probably, but it doesn't matter. The game was a lot of fun. Only one of the problems with this game was people complaining about that when you die in the game, you don't really die. So, but other than that, it's still a lot of fun. A very good adventure. It's just I really wish this game would have got a sequel. But anyways, Prince of Persia. If you see it at your local GameStop or anywhere on the cheap, I mean like $5 usually, so check that one out.
My next game is 3D Dot Heroes, and this game is epic. And it's like, if you love Zelda, especially the very first Legend of Zelda on the NES, this is that but on steroids, and it is so good. And I was kind of sad when I booted it up that my save file wasn't there. I did capture footage of my trophy, so you can see that I did beat it, because it's actually quite difficult once you get towards the end. Some of the puzzles are like, what am I supposed to do? But it's such a great game, guys. You're not going to want to miss out. There's so much to do in this game, and it's beautiful, and it's well done, and it's a love letter to retro games. I know that's said a lot, but this one, they did it right. So check this game out.
Definitely, man, definitely. Next game here. Now, just to let everybody know, the purpose of this video to not only let you guys know about these games before they're gone is that a lot of these games might stay on the 7th generation. They probably won't get ported to any other system, especially with the PS3 being so it's kind of difficult to port games to newer generation systems, unless you're going with their streaming service that they're going to bring out. But anyways, it's all about the physical media here. The next game here is going to be The Evil Within. If you find this at GameStop, it usually goes for around $10. I didn't like this game at first because it pissed me off, and usually survival horror games don't make me mad, but I started to enjoy it and everything. It's a really well done game. Definitely, I think it's something you should pick it up if you find it out there. It's very original, I would say, with what it does. I felt that I wish that more of the story was drawn out early in the game instead of like later in the game. But still, I mean, if you're ready for like a horror experience, you know, like this game will not let you down. The Evil Within, definitely check this one out, guys.
I like that game a lot. My next pick is Asura's Wrath, and this game, it's even hard to say a game. It's almost like an interactive experience, a movie. It's unlike anything you ever seen. It's like a bunch of Japanese animation fans came together and made this like masterpiece. Now, I will say, if you're not a fan of quick time events, this game probably isn't for you. But there's so much awesomeness, so much epicness. It feels so grand at times. Me, I just play it and I'm just like in awe the whole time because it just looks so beautiful and it's so well done. But I can understand that it's probably not for everyone. But man, for now, for the cheap price, like you ain't paying $59.99 for this. You know, this is definitely worth checking out and worth picking up.
Okay, so it's rather cool. Next game here. I hope I pronounce this right. Project Sylpheed. This is the last of that series. I think this is like the third or fourth game in that series. From what I remember about this game, it's like a 3D shooter and everything. I mean, when I say shooter, like an airplane shooter. Hopefully I'm getting that right. But anyways, not a lot of people were talking about this game, and a lot of production went into this game. I was very shocked with what I saw with this game. I believe this game was originally an Xbox 360 launch title. I could be wrong about that. But a lot of detail went in this game, lots of voice acting, lots of story, lots of like just everything in this game. Definitely, I say if you're a fan of probably like something like Star Fox or something like that, you could definitely get into this game. Joel, have you played this game before?
Nope, I have not.
Well, if you see it out there, man, definitely pick it up, man. It won't let you down.
I'll check it out.
Project Sylpheed, folks.
Nice. My next pickup is Painkiller Hell and Damnation. This game is pretty awesome. It's a first-person shooter, so if you know me, I don't really even like first-person shooters, so it has to be really good in order for me to say, hey, you guys should check this one out. It's it's very well done. There are some difficulty spikes I felt like in the game that was like, oh my goodness, you know, but honestly, I had a great time. Again, there's a lot of, you know, not for kids stuff, but man, I have such a great time. Great story. You want to check this out.
Next game here, I rarely see it at GameStop anymore. I did see it there for a while though, and this is Drakengaurd Part 3. So the sequel to Drakengaurd 2, which you guys know, I think that series actually spawned into the Nier series. This game feels a bit different, but I did enjoy what it had to offer. I got pretty far in the game, but then I kind of fell off from it. But it's definitely an interesting title. I think a lot of people should look at. Definitely, I would say this game is not going to get re-released, but I could be wrong about that. But still, who wants to chance it? So if you see this one out there at GameStop, pick this one up. I think this is a really solid game.
Awesome. My next pick is NeverDead, and this is a Konami title, and I love this game as well. It is pretty unique because you play this demon hunter guy who's been around for a long time. But the story will unfold as you play through it. But what the cool thing about this game is that you can get blown up to like you're just a head rolling around, and you have to go find your body pieces. You know, enemies are cutting off your limbs, and you got to do that. But also, that plays into the element of gameplay where like puzzles and things of that nature. So it's a very unique game. A lot of interesting characters that you'll meet along the way. Story solid. Graphics are solid. I had a really, really fun time with this game, but I don't feel like anyone talked about it. It's just kind of weird. Like a lot of games on my list, I feel like they were just they came out and people just didn't even. I don't know, there were bigger titles at the time. So, but this one is super duper cheap. Price tag on here is $6.29. I bought this a long time ago, so I don't even know what it is now. So pick this up. You won't regret it.
Yeah, I freaking I picked the game up, but I think I lost it somewhere, man. So I'm gonna have to pick it up again. But usually, from where I see this game go for, I think it's like almost less than $5 at GameStop if you find it there. But definitely, I think it's a good title to pick up. It's a forgotten title, definitely, because it was overshadowed.
I mean, the first boss, you have to shoot him in the sphincter to kill him. I mean, that's awesome.
All right, cool, man. My next game here is Majin in the Forsaken Kingdom. This game was made by the same people who made Genji, Dawn of the Samurai. If you guys remember that game, very good PS2 game. And this game is very unique, where you control like a golem, and he kind of helps you through your adventure and everything. It's just one of those games that got overshadowed as well when it came out. But if you see it out there, guys, I would say it's another good one to check out because, like I said, I keep repeating it in this video, these are the type of titles that probably won't never get re-released again because the company, I believe that the creators that actually made this game, I believe they actually went under. So they're pretty much done. I think the last game they did was Knights in Contract. I could be wrong about that. The publisher is actually Bandai, though. Oh, not Bandai Namco. Oh, wow. That's didn't even notice that right away. But anyways, Majin in the Forsaken Kingdom. Pick this one up, guys. It won't let you down. At least I don't think it does. And also, the golem could be kind of dumb sometimes, but be patient with him. I mean, and just try to work things out. I mean, if you could be patient with the girl in Ico and all that stuff, you know, you'll be good with this one. So, anyways, that's my game.
My next pickup, Reggie, is Fist of the North Star Ken's Rage. And, I mean,
yes.
that's no surprise to anyone who watches my channel, Media Glitch. Go like and subscribe today. I'm a huge Fist of the North Star. It's my favorite anime of all time. And this one is interesting. I really like this one. I like the new one that came out, Lost Paradise, as well. On the PS4, but this one has its own flair and its own game mechanic, and it's definitely worth picking up, especially if you're a fan. Of course, you know, the story's always the same, but they just some way change it around and manipulate it every single time. But this is a solid game worth picking up.
Yeah, and that one, what's cool about that game is that they have alternate storylines and everything to where you can play as other characters and like what if scenarios, which is really brings a lot of like replay to the game. Like one of my favorite characters in the Fist of North Star games is Toki. There's a story with him. I can't remember exactly what it was. I was like, dude, this is great. And the moves are so freaking awesome when you pull them off. The special moves, like. And then a lot of people got mad about it, you know, like got tired of it. But the camera zooms in on your character from 3 different angles to make it like more cinematic. Yeah. And some people complain about that, but still, I love it. So.
Also, it does.
It's the North Star.
That game does a great job at making your hits feel powerful, and everything feels solid. And that's what I love about that game. I always feel like it's me playing that game for some reason. I don't know. I can't explain it, man. But I love that game.
Yeah, they definitely did a really good job on that game, so it's very impressive. All right, my next game here. Hopefully, I didn't talk about this in another video. I might have, but hell, we'll just talk about it again. Alice Madness Returns. Now, I'm a big fan of the American McGee. I've been following him for years. I even have the Alice action figures and everything. But I was just very happy when this game came out, and it didn't let me down. You could tell, though, when you play the game that they wanted to do more with it, but due to time constraints, they probably had to get it out at a certain time. But what's good about this game, if you get the original game for PS3 or 360, you can actually download the first game for free. So I thought that was pretty cool. But it's a continuation of the Alice game. A few years take place later. I mean, not take place later, but years later. And I'm not going to say the story is easy to follow because everybody knows Alice is crazy. So, I mean, trying to follow her mind and all that stuff that's going on is crazy. The way it's put together is cool, but trying to understand it, you'll drive yourself crazy, just like her, like Madness Returns. So, anyways, if you see this game out there, guys, it definitely, I think it's a solid game. That's all I can say about it. It's a solid game. Check it out.
Yeah, and I would recommend this one. Try picking up on eBay because you're more like new, because they're not that expensive, and you'll get that code. And I actually did it not too long ago, and it's still redeemed. So,
well, the code, what they did, Joel, is that the code, you don't need the code anymore because they marked it as free now. You can just download, as long as you have the game, you can download the first game for free.
Oh, nice.
But I don't know if they changed that, but you know, it's EA, so just with caution, you know, it's up to you.
Awesome. So my next game is El Shaddai. And this is a game I don't ever hear anyone talk about. Do you, Reggie?
Nope.
Do you ever hear anyone talk about this game?
Never, and I always used to see it everywhere. I mean, it's, you know, I just never paid attention to it, but now I don't see it everywhere anymore. So tell me.
So this is basically, this is basically the storyline of, well, loosely based storyline of Enoch and Lucifer. So if you don't know, if you're not well versed in the Bible, Enoch is one of the only people in the Bible who was just taken up from God. Like, other people die in the Bible, get killed, guts ripped out, you know, neutered, whatever. This guy, God loves so much, took him up, and it's loosely based on that stuff. It's a wild storyline. It is just, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I don't even want to spoil it.
Is it compelling though? Will it pull you in?
Like, it does me, because I'm into that kind of like subject matter and stuff like that. Right. But it's not for everyone. Again, it's not for everyone. But at this price, the price that they go for, you should pick it up, because it's very unique, and it runs at a good frame rate, like at a good 60 frames per second. A lot of times, you know, there's sometimes it gets a little choppy, but it runs really well, and it's kind of like that cell shaded art style. So it's definitely worth checking out to see it performance wise as well.
Okay, check that one out, man. My next game here is Wet. This is what I would call a grindhouse type game. I forgot the game's, I mean, not the game, but the girl's name that does the voice actress for this character, Eliza something. But anyways, I do like this game. It's like an arcadey action game, but at the same time, it can get a little repetitive once you get past a certain point in the game. So I would say play the game in small increments, or don't try to play it all at once, because you might just get tired of it. But I think it was a really good adventure. I thought they had a lot of good ideas. It was a lot of fun, funny. Especially the freeway scene in the beginning of the game. I thought that was really well pulled off. They were actually going to make a sequel to this game, but the company, the creators ran out of budget. So this is like before like all that Kickstarter stuff kicked off, where people could like get like money for that to help them with production of games. But yeah, Wet for the PS3 or 360. Go ahead and check this one out.
Yeah, I got Wet down here, and I mean. Oh, down here in my collection. Sorry, just to be specific. So my next one is, and I believe this was a launch title. I may be incorrect, Reggie. You'll know, but it's Heavenly Sword. Okay. Is that a launch?
No, it didn't make it to launch, but it came like a little bit later.
It's very early on, right?
Right, definitely. Yep.
PlayStation 3 Live,
before the trophy system.
And this is impressive. This is an impressive game. Especially when you see the amount of like NPCs on this game towards the end there. The motion capture that they use, Andy Serkis from Lord of the Rings, King Kong fame, he's the bad guy. They spent a lot of money on this. Whether they made that back or not, I have no clue. But very fun story. The gameplay is hit or miss at times, but either way, man, for this price, I had a great time with this game. This is kind of it's just a really, really fun adventure game.
Yeah, I actually, that was the game I got when I first got my PS3. I loved it, played it. I got to the end of the last battle, and I kind of quit for a while because I got stuck on it, but I came back months later and played it again and beat it. Really enjoyed the game. I was really hoping a sequel was going to come out, but I mean, that game barely made it out the door with the budget. I think Sony had to help the company put it out and everything, but thankfully it got put out. Great game, guys. It doesn't like, it doesn't, well, I don't want to say too much about the story, but I'll let you guys figure it out. But anyways, Heavenly Sword, I think that's a good one, Joel.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. My next game here was an Xbox. I believe this was a 360 launch title, but when it came out on PS3 later. This is John Woo Stranglehold.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
You remember Stranglehold, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys like games like Max Payne or whatnot, or Max Payne mostly, you'll love Stranglehold. This is like a sequel to the Hard Boiled movie. And actually, the collector's edition comes with the Hard Boiled movie installed on it, so that's really cool. And with the bad English dub and everything, but that makes it great though. But great game, guys. Lots of slow motion, lots of special moves and everything like that. Just like a lot of shoot 'em up action. I haven't played it in a while, but man, it was a lot of fun what I did play of it. And it's a great game, guys. So like I said, if you like games like Max Payne, you'll definitely like Stranglehold. I'm a big John Woo fan. I still have most of his action movies and everything. So if you see this one at GameStop, there's two different versions. As you can see, the collector's edition and standard version. The standard version doesn't come with the movie on it, so just so you know, but they're still both extremely cheap. The collector's edition goes for like $6 you find at GameStop. So there's that. So Stranglehold.
Nice.
Check that one out.
So my next game is a game that didn't do well with reviews. And I was kind of like, I remember being disappointed, but then when I bought it, I actually had a really good time with it. And I'm a fan of this series, a series that debuted in the arcades, Sega of America, and then later ported to the Genesis, and they made a better version. And I'm talking about Golden Axe, Beast Rider. And this follows the Tyrus Flare story. And I have a good time. Yes, it's a bit repetitive, hack and slash, but I feel like the combat is actually very well done to where I'm always having to pay attention. It's not your typical hack and slash button masher, but you're going to have to put forth some effort.
Right.
Some of the old Gilius Thunderhead, you'll run into him, which is kind of cool, and it just has that old Golden Axe music when the little elves come out and steal your potions or whatever. Well, they don't steal it; they just have them already, and you steal it from them this time, which is kind of cool. But really brought me back, and I wish they would make another Golden Axe game, please. Just something totally different like they did with this one. I was fine that it was totally different from the last one. You can pick this up for super duper cheap, so you have to do that before time runs out, right?
Right. And also, the original Golden Axe characters from the first game make cameos in this game as well. So
right.
It's kind of like a nod back and everything. So pretty cool. The next game I want to show you guys is Dynasty Warriors Gundam Part 1 and 2. These games are very well done, especially if you're into the Gundam lore. I'm more of the G Gundam series with Master Asia. You know, Master Asia is probably my favorite character of all time in the Gundam series. And the reason I picked these games up because he was in it. And the English voice actor, I forgot his name, but he does a good job. You know, but if you like Dynasty Warriors games, these are like if you play like any old school Dynasty Warriors game or Samurai Warriors games, these games are made by the same company, but they're really expanded upon in a way to where they just go into detail within the lore and everything. So all the voice actors are here, alternate stories to kind of like keep you interested and everything like that, original stories as well. It's just a really great game. I think if you like the Dynasty Warriors beat 'em up games. So but I can't really speak on the third game that much because they changed a lot of stuff, but the first two games I think are definitely well done. So Dynasty Warriors Gundam Part 1 and 2.
Right on, man, right on. So my next game was on the PlayStation Store, and then it was taken off, and now it's back on. But it's always good to have a physical copy, and I'm talking about DuckTales.
Dad, this game's hard.
So I don't know. There's not much to say about this, but except that it's a great remaster, and you know, just thinking about that situation and that it's Disney and that you never know, this could be gone again tomorrow. You know what I mean? So might as well pick up because now I'm sure the copies have dropped now that it's back on the PlayStation Store digitally. So go out and get it now while the prices drop. So when it does, you know, get kicked off again, you'll have yourself a physical copy. So.
All right. That game. You know what's crazy about that game was the actor that did Scrooge's voice. I mean, he sounded great when he came back and everything, but he actually passed away a couple months after that game. After they finished in that game, so man, it was really cool for him to come back and do the voice of Scrooge McDuck again.
Well, do you remember?
All right.
Do you remember, Reggie? I was with you the weekend that it got pulled from the digital store. And we were at a Game On Expo, and all the copies there went up to $100, and we were trying to get them before people caught on to it.
People were losing their minds, man. It was hilarious. I was like, oh my god, dude. All right, but my next game here, a series I've come to love. I didn't like it at first because it was only on Xbox, but once it got put out on the PS3 system, I took interest in it. and that is the Ninja Gaiden Sigma series. Ninja Gaiden,
beautiful.
It's the whole series, 1 through 3. I even have Razor's Edge, but that's a redone redo of the third game. Even though I think the first version of the third game was fine, but Ninja Gaiden is a great action game that you have to really use your skills in the game. You just can't just slash enemies up like in other games. You have to really like think things through. And you don't have to think them through hard, but you have to utilize the moves that you have. If the enemies beat you down, you know you got to take them out fast. You got to use that move called the Swallow Slash. That move will literally save you from a horrible situation. But all 3 games I think are great. You guys may get mad at me, but the third one is actually my favorite because the evolving story pretty much in it. I thought it was great. But if you see these games out there, guys, I say pick them up. I don't know what Tecmo's going to do with the series. The series, as of this video, we haven't got a new Ninja Gaiden game since, I would say, at least from this series, probably since 2011 and 12 or something like that.
Before
so
that.
it's been a while.
Before that, I think.
Has it been before that? Oh, wow. So, yeah. We're hurting for a new Ninja Gaiden game. So, hopefully, like I said, hopefully you guys will get to experience this. It's a great series of games. 360, also on 360 and the regular Xbox as well. Definitely check them out, guys.
I have to agree with Reggie. These Ninja Gaiden games are some of my favorite, and I'll always say Ninja. I'll say Ninja Gaiden till the day I die, and I do love the third one as well. I don't know why it got so much hate, but it's really, really good. People
were upset. They changed some of Ryu's moves. It wasn't as bloody or something like that, and it wasn't as hard or something like that. I can't remember what they were saying, but I thought the story was really involving in that game. Like like Ryu in the third game is cursed,
exactly.
So he has everything against him in that game. He's in pain and suffering. It's insane, and he still goes through all the crazy adventure he does, even though he's like in pain or like damn near dying pretty much. So it's a really different game. Not different it's just different with the story. Like I said, the evolving story and everything like that. Different moves. The Swallow Slash was taken away in the game. A lot of people didn't like that, so they brought it back in Razor's Edge. But either version's fine. I would say probably go with Razor's Edge because they added a lot more stuff into that game as well. I forgot to grab it for this video, but you guys will see it out there. But anyways, Ninja Gaiden 3. Don't let people say it's a bad game. It's great as well. Just maybe it wasn't as bloody as the other ones.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a huge collection HD remastered on the PS5 at some point.
I would love to, but I'm not holding my breath, with these companies. That's why we want to get these games now because
for sure. It'll be a while.
You never know.
It'll be a while. So,
yeah.
My next game is this one is a fun hack and slash. I love it. It is on for the PS4 as well, but I have them for both systems and I beat them for both systems, and I'm talking about Deadpool. Deadpool is so much fun. There's so many crazy things that happen in this game. It is like it's more Deadpool than the Deadpool movie is. You feel like you're playing the comic literally, and it's so well done. And I don't know why people don't talk about it more, but this is worth every penny. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Yeah, I've never gotten to the Deadpool series. I saw Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool. I was like, oh man, I don't know. Not saying he's bad or anything like that, but I get tired of seeing him. But maybe I'll give it a chance, man. I see it at my local GameStop, for the PS3. Maybe I'll pick that version up, or maybe I should just get the PS4 version.
Right.
But I'll definitely take a look at it, Joel. My next game's here. Some of my favorite free roaming, what I would call sandbox games, and this is Sucker Punch's Infamous series. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Infamous, guys. This game was infamous. I try to use that fun, but this game was great because it's one of those games that gives you a lot of choice in the game. So you really feel like your choices matter, and they do matter in this game because depending on what choices you make in this game affects the ending and everything. So what kind of hero you could become, a hero or you become infamous. Nothing wrong with either or, but still, it's great to have that choice and everything. And Infamous is about a man named Cole, and something happens when he opens a package. It changes his life forever. This is a free roam game, sandbox game again, so it's like you can pretty much go anywhere you want and help people out and deal with certain situations. But I don't hear anybody talking about Infamous anymore, and I'm not sure if the PS3 games will get ported anywhere else because it might not be lucrative for the company.
Right.
But like I said, they're on the cheap. They're very well done games. The voice actor for Cole in the first game is badass. I mean, this guy, that's how you do like a hero or a villain. And the voice actor they replaced him with in part 2 is okay. He tries to do a good job, but you know, the voice actor in this one is great. So Infamous series, definitely check it out. It's actually, sequels are on the PS4 as well, but nothing comes close to these ones. These games are badass, guys.
My next one, and I should have done it right after your Ninja Gaiden one, is Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. Which
tell me about that.
It's different. It's different. It's different than a Ninja Gaiden game. It's all cell shaded, animated. Instantly when it came out, everyone hated it. Man, it dropped like quick. The price. I picked it up. I was a little hesitant. Loved it, man. I remember probably even going on Facebook and going, I don't know what the problem is. Zombies, ninjas. What more do you want? And I had a really good time, and it's super cheap, super like couple bucks. You can get that game.
The problem with it is because what they try to do is use the Ninja Gaiden IP name for it, and people are expecting a Ninja Gaiden game. They want to take the risk of calling it something else original because it might not make sales. So a lot of these companies do. They'll try to use something, you know, like Ninja Gaiden. Oh, this is a Ninja Gaiden game. People buy like, what the hell is this? So that's where they hurt themselves. They should have called it something else. Took a risk on it, of course. But
it probably would have helped sales. But either way, there's a good game under there. So
yeah, definitely, man. I'll take a look at that one. Next game here, another sandbox type game. This is. I should have took this tag off. I hate having these tags on here. But anyways, Prototype. Prototype was made by, I think it was called Radical Entertainment. Yeah, Radical Entertainment. And they are the same people who made the Incredible Ultimate Destruction Incredible Hulk game.
The best Incredible
PS2,
Hulk game.
GameCube, and Xbox.
That's the best one.
Yeah. Dude, that game is sick, man. And their next game was Prototype, their own original game. And Prototype, oh my god, this game is so cool. I mean, you played a bad guy, and let's just say I'll just call him an anti-hero and everything. But Alex Mercer, man, this is one cool like hero, man, or anti-hero, whatever you want to call him. This dude will beat you down. I mean, seriously, man, he pulls no punches on his enemies. He could do all kind of crazy stuff. It's just so freaking cool in this game. Lots of cool boss battles. You pretty much can mimic characters and everything like this, like, so you could absorb them and take their identity. So say that you're being chased by like the military, you grab one of their personnel and disguise yourself as one of them and like get away or just walk or fool them or whatever or whatnot. You can run on buildings and like float down. It's just like, this game is brutal. The second game is good as well, but you're playing as a different like character and everything. But all the original characters from the first game are in the second one as well. Both great games. It has been ported to the PS4, but like I said, these versions are cheap too. And the PS4 versions that I've seen, haven't really upgraded too much to it to where it's like you have to get those versions. You get the versions on the PS3 on the cheap and be good to go. So, Prototype.
Yeah, I agree. They didn't do anything with those when they brought it to the PS4. Yeah. It was horrible.
It's that port. Here you go. Let's make some more money real fast.
So my next one is another game that no one liked, and I was kind of hesitant to pick it up, but I had to just for the novelty of it, and that's Naughty Bear. And Naughty...
Oh!
Yeah, have you heard of this one?
Can I say something real fast, Joel? Naughty Bear was actually going to be a Child's Play game, but they lost the rights to it, or they couldn't get the rights, so they made it Naughty Bear.
Shut up. Is that for real?
Dead serious, man.
Oh, man. Because... yeah, I guess after you say that, I could kind of see that. It's just, it's fun. It gets repetitive, and the novelty will wear out. But just going around slaughtering other teddy bears, whether it's bashing their heads in with an axe, or bashing their head in with the car door, or just straight up murdering them point blank, execution style. And the point is, get in, kill all the bears, get out as fast as you can, type of thing. And it's very well done. It's almost set up like a kid's show with the announcer and he's talking and stuff like that. And yes, the camera's a bit annoying, but if you just like sit back, like, was it worth $59.99 when it came out? Probably not. But now, if you can pick it up for the cheap, it's definitely a good time. It's one of those games where you have friends over and you're like, you want to see something crazy? Check this out, and you put that on, and just to have a good time with it.
Nice, man. Good choice, man. Good choice. The next one up here, this will be very familiar to folks. I was so happy we got a sequel to this game. It had been years, but this is NBA Jam for the PS3, also on the 360. There's not really much to say about NBA Jam. It's just an awesome arcade basketball game, 2-on-2, a lot of fun. The original announcer is back. I forgot his name. Let me see if it's on here. Tim Kitzrow. Hopefully I pronounced his name right, but he's back. Boom Shakalaka, he's on fire.
I did an interview with him.
You did? Yeah. Dude, I gotta check that out.
I haven't put it up on Media Glitch yet. I have to do that still.
Why, Joel, slacking. Joel has like 20 videos that he hasn't uploaded yet to Media Glitch, guys. We gotta get Joel pumped up, guys. Go to his channel and say, Joel, where's the new video at? Dude. Every video he does, or every video he has out already.
If people came and subscribed, that would probably motivate me to edit a video. I'm just saying.
All right, man.
It's hard.
All right, folks.
It's hard to edit a video when no one's watching.
Well, they're watching now, guys. So hey, guys, go watch Media Glitch right now. You don't have to tell him I sent you because he's here. But anyways, NBA Jam, definitely check this one out. It's out on the Wii and the Xbox 360. Just happy that this game came out again, and I don't know if we'll ever get another sequel or remake of this because I don't know. It originally was Midway. Midway bought out, and now it's EA now. But still, EA did a good job on bringing back the original flavor.
Right on.
All right.
So my last game, Reggie, is a game that I'm surprised that a lot of people don't talk about, a lot of people don't play. In fact, when I stream it, everyone's like, I didn't even know this exists. This is awesome. But most games in this series aren't very good. So when you see it done well, and you see it done right, and it's never been done this well or this right before, and I'm talking about the Simpsons game. Yes, this game is awesome. This game is done right. This game captures the feel of The Simpsons. It's 2-player as well. It's multiplayer, so you can play with a friend. It's just a really good time. And I was actually surprised when I put this in how well done it was. And another game that just kind of got, maybe because they had made so many, mediocre Simpsons games, that this one,
like the driving one,
this one just kind of. Well, I kind of like Hit and Run, but that dulls in comparison compared to this, Right. But I'm talking back on the NES days, Super Nintendo, Bart's Nightmare, stuff like
Bart's
that.
Bart's Nightmare, Bart vs. the World, Radioactive
just
Man.
So many that they made that were just kind of mediocre. But this is the one you want.
I actually played a demo of that, and I was actually liking it. I'm gonna look for that game now, because that's an interesting one to have because they haven't made a Simpsons game in a long time, so that was the last one they made. Maybe that was like their swan song or whatnot. Next game here, Joel, you're gonna love this one, man. A lot of you guys are gonna love this, hopefully. Driver, San Francisco. Golly, this game was great. If you played the Driver series, I know they fell off at the third game, but the fourth game, which is pretty much like sorry guys, this is what we wanted to do. This definitely makes up for the third game. This game is an amazing experience. It's Driver, but it's like Driver like on crack. It's like insane what you could do in the game. I don't want to give away too much of the story, but some of you that have played it, you know what I'm talking about. You can pretty much go to any car you want, not by getting up jacking the cars or whatever, but you pretty much can. Let's just say you could take over the drivers and cars in this game pretty much. And of course, you're after the same nemesis in this game, Jericho. He's back at it. And just definitely check this one out, guys. The PS3 and 360 ones are the same. The Wii version is actually like a prequel or whatnot, so that's a different game. It's still worth getting if you like doing the Wii motion controls and all that stuff. But Driver San Francisco, oh my god, this game is so freaking cool, guys. So no one ever talks about it, but if this is the final Driver game we get, they went out with a bang, definitely. So Driver San Francisco.
I'm glad you brought that up because out of all the PS3 games you've mentioned, that's the only one I don't have. I don't know why I don't have it. I'm looking at, because I've been looking.
Dude.
Every time you mention a game, and I'm like, why don't I have that?
Make sure you have it.
That's crazy.
And you got to pick that one up, Joel. It's really well done. I was shocked with Driver. I mean, I took a risk on it because I was mad about Driver 3.
Right.
Even though I tried to like it, I tried to force myself to like it because of the series, but this one really fixed everything. So definitely check it out, guys. And my last game, this is the last game in the video. I think this will be a big surprise, but I'll give you guys a hint. Actually, dang, I forgot to bring the other game out to it. I'll just kind of mention it, but this is the Chronicles of Riddick Assault on Dark Athena.
Yeah, I got that one here too.
For the PS3 and 360. What's cool about this game is that it adds a prequel game on it, Assault Escape from Butcher Bay, which was originally exclusive to the Xbox. So that game is on here along with the new game. The new game feels, a lot of people were saying it feels like more like a DLC. I mean, I thought it felt fine and everything, but the fact that they put both games on here is great. So if you like Riddick, and you still want to see what's going on with his story, definitely a good game to check out. The online play, when people used to play this game online back in the day, was a lot of fun. Because it would go like this. It was 5 players, I believe, and one of you would play as Riddick, and then the other 4 people would play as the guards or whatever, trying to find Riddick. So if you got to play as Riddick, you could see in the dark, you come up behind or whatever. It was like really insane. But I don't think a lot of people really know this game is out there. So if you see this one out there, pick it up. It's for the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and it's a well done game. And one more game that I didn't bring out because I'm a big Van Diesel fan. You gotta check out the Wheelman that he did. The Wheelman is a cool game for 360 and PS3. I remember when the game first came out, my nephews, before it came out, we were playing the demo like crazy, me and my nephews, and I love that game. I mean, Van Diesel, Van Diesel is a great actor. I mean, I like him. I like most of his movies. When he's behind the wheel, man, get pumped up. So check out the Wheelman as well. That's my final game. The final game in this video, guys. Get them before they're gone. Joel, I want to thank you for being on here with me, man. Helping me out with this video, man. Yeah, really fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's always a good time, Reggie.
Yeah, and I don't plan on doing a series of these. I just wanted to get out the games I know that you guys would probably like and everything. So it's up to you guys to pick these games up, whether you find them at GameStop on cheap, pawn shops, or online. We just really wanted to bring them to your attention because like once a main store like GameStop clears them out, then they'll be more sought after. So now's the time for you guys to look at them, especially for you guys that like to buy games on the cheap. Now's the time to look for these games. But yeah, that's all we got for you guys. So anyways, guys, Radical Reggie and Media Glitch, go check out my boy Media Glitch at his channel. I'll have a link in the description below. What was this video called again? Before They're Gone Part 3. Thank you for watching. See you guys later.